Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We start the service. Nowadays, I have more services because I take care of one more temple. And whenever I did a good job, people sometimes give me words of commenting. People sometimes comment me, "Oh, Sensei, that was very good service." And one of the adjectives that they gave me, good, wonderful, not wonderful. I never heard of that was amazing. But sometimes I heard that, oh, that was easy to understand. And easy to understand was one of the good words for me. And also, one of the most words that I often hear is scholarly. You are talking about scholarly. And that was I often hear from people. And the scholarly is kind of interesting word. And scholarly, if I rephrase a scholarly, fake scholar. It's a like scholar, but not a scholar.
Paper.
Paper scholar. Paper scholar. But people sometimes, comment that, oh, your talk was scholarly. So I thought about the difference between scholar and Buddhist priest. What is the difference between Buddhist priest and scholar? And I found very interesting differences. One of the big differences is that the scholar, the most important is accuracy of the knowledge. Accuracy of the knowledge. The information, where did it came from? Did it come from? Information, who said that? And when did he say that? And what book it states that information? The accuracy is the most important that for that scholar. And as for Buddhist priests, accuracy is not so important. And people, I often sometimes hear, other priests say that. They often say, they say that. Somebody says that. Outstanding scholar says that. And the information, priest seldom say that the information, where the information came from. That's a big difference. Because for the priest, what is important is that the information itself, the wisdom itself is very important. But the scholar, who says that, and which book says that is very important. But Buddhism, what is important? Actually, who says that or where did it come from is not the matter. Because the source, information itself, is important that to deliver. good information that we want to deliver. So I don't care that who said that. I actually sometimes, so also because such a thing that I make a wrong information sometimes. I give you sometimes wrong information. Sometimes the ear is a little different. So that's a kind of the comment of the scholar. Sounds like scholar, but it's not the scholar. It's like the scholar. And another difference is that for the scholar, knowledge is their earning. They live by the knowledge. They earn their living by giving the knowledge. So they cannot give free lesson, they cannot give free lecture. And for the certain institution, organization, college, school, they have to provide the knowledge and they need to receive tuition fee. That is the scholar, right? Because their living, their earning is giving the knowledge and wisdom. So that's why they need to get, money for that. So sometimes they need to sell very expensive books, for the students. But the priest is, as compared to scholar, is generous. What is important is that we give information, and the more generous is the more virtue that we receive. So, even priest, because we are living depending on the donation, we don't say please give me $10. So the service today is depending on the donation, and we don't ask how much you pay. That's a big difference of the scholar and a Buddhist. So this is a kind of knowledge and wisdom. And for Buddhism, the wisdom is more important because the wisdom gives us how to live a good life. And on the other hand, knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge sometimes is good, but wisdom is considered to be better. That's one of the differences between scholar and Buddhist priest. And nowadays, modern people say that modern people seldom read books. Less and less people read books, and more people rely on the information on the internet. That's a trend. That's a tendency, and that is actually normal because I feel that internet, the information, the internet system is a wisdom that human beings have. And this is developing every moment. Many people from different countries, provide information at any moment that is developing. And internet is a network system, just like a brain. In old days, we tend to think the definition of smart is a big head. Oh, you have a big head, you have a big brain. But actually, the definition of smart is that how network is complicated. How you have a good network in the brain. The substance in the brain communicate each other. Then the good network, the good brain, that we can say that a smart person has a very good network. So is the internet. The excellent function of internet is a network itself, that people connect to each other, this information connect to each other. So in that case, I can say that Wikipedia, is the most advanced wisdom of the human being. Because this not only provides Japanese, not only provides English, but many other languages can connect to each other. So if you can see, the see in the different language, you can find so many languages. So that topic, like Buddhism, you can see it in English, you can see it in Chinese, you can see it in Japanese, and many other languages that you can see. And the amount is increasing more and more, more and more, and more and more. The network is becoming very good and communicating very good, so that we can get tremendously many knowledge by connecting with the internet. But in all the days, to reach the source, to reach the information that I want, in order to do that, you need to go to the library and to find book. So when you write a graduation thesis, what you do is first is that to collect the books, bibliography, to find many books, and then you the right information. So reading books was an important process to attain the right source, right information. That is always. However, now internet, because the information, the wisdom, the source of wisdom, source of information is over there, and it's always developing and more easy to access. So that's why we don't need to book. But this means that for scholar, no good. Because scholar live by providing knowledge, and they need to get money. So that's why they say that Wikipedia is not good. That's no good, don't trust, and you need to read the book, the source of the book. That's what scholars say. But actually, now, I think Wikipedia is so developing, and one of the most advanced network systems that human being get. So in that sense, I feel that less and less people read book. It makes sense. Less and less people make sense. But the scholar says that you need to read book. You need to buy this book, my book. That one, that my feeling of the difference between. Anyway, today I'd like to talk about the funeral because yesterday I had a big funeral and many people came, and I'd like to explain what is a normal procedure of Buddhism and the difference between other religions, the funeral. And the funeral that every culture has its own style of funeral. And one of the oldest funeral here, do you know how old the ruin of the funeral was found? They say that 60,000 years ago, the Neanderthal, put flower by the dead people. That is found in the cave in northern Iraq. And so that is to say that the beginning of funeral. People put flower. And the flower, the hoarding was found nearby the dead in the cave. And of course, cave, you cannot find flowers. The fact the hoarding was found in the cave means that people offered flowers by the dead people. So that is said at the beginning of funeral. And Japanese funeral is actually mixed culture. Because we are Buddhist temple, I do officiate by Buddhist style. However, in Japan, there was a own religion, that is Shintoism, and actually in old days, ancient time, animism. Animism is that everything is a God. Everything is God. So that's their own religion, and Japanese people that death is defilement. Death is something that we hate. We keep away death. Death. That is the Japanese tradition. So when person die, and Japanese people bury the person in the ground. And what they do is that they put heavy stone so that they don't come back. The heavy big stone put on the dead people so that they never come back. So they try to keep away. So that means that that death is something that we try to keep away. And as a result, that there was a time of mourning to the time period of mourning that family need to experience. And one of the mournings, the custom mourning is that those who had a funeral recently, they cannot attend to the happy occasion. And they cannot send the Christmas card. And in Japan, we don't send Christmas card, but we send New Year's card. So many people send New Year's card. So on the first day of January, people receive, and so many postcard people to express the congratulations, celebration of the New Year, and wishing for the good health. That is a custom of Japanese. But those who had a funeral, they cannot say that New Year card. And they cannot afford sponsor the celebration because this is considered to be that the death is defined. And at the same time that it's an expression that we are very sad. You know, it's a kind of expression, mixed feelings that we are very sad. So by not attending to the happy occasion, we express the sympathy and the sadness. That it's a Japanese custom. So, but here in Hawaii, there is no such a custom. So even though maybe they have, but recently, you know, somebody has got passed away, but they go to the New Year's party. So when I meet a family, kind of confusing. Where can I say Happy New Year? Happy New Year to the, you know, who lost the husband. So that is maybe the reason that those who have a funeral, people don't go to the happy occasion. So that they don't have any opportunity to listen to the happy one. So that they can have they can express the, you know, sympathy and stuff. So that is one of the mourning. And also over here, people wear aloha shirts, and now more and more people wear casual, like jeans. And but in Japan, the mourning is black, you know, attire is very normal, still normal. And the color black is a color of the mourning, color of the death. However, some other countries, they express white color as a mourning. And interestingly, in Japan, the color of white was a color of mourning before World War One. So if you see a samurai movie, and when they have setsuku, you know, suicide, harakiri suicide, they wear very white attire, clothes, kimono, white kimono, and then they do seppuku. And so the white was a color of death, at the same time the color of mourning. However, during World War One, many people died, and they say that they say that many had many funerals, and the white clothes can easily get dirty. So that's why the Western Japanese took the Western culture of the color black. So that the color black, you cannot see dirty, you know, hard to see dirty. So that is a big change, huge change that the morning color from white to black. Anyway, starting from, oh yeah, So actually, Japanese has mourning has divided into ki and fuku or fuku. So ki is like a taboo. And in Hawaiian, kapu. In Hawaiian word kapu, do not do that. Do not get close. And so he is a kapu that your family cannot go to the oh yeah. Sorry. So key is to stay home. And by staying home, do not spread the defilement of the death to the village. So key, the time of key is said to be that staying home for certain period. And they used to say that there are 50 days of key. It's a long, in old days. But there was a time that family needed to stay in a home for certain period. That is key after funeral. So sometimes still Japanese still do that, when they had a funeral, they have a sign. They need to make a sign, kichu. So kichu means in the middle of ki. In the middle of ki is in the middle of taboo. So that we are staying home. We don't go to the happy occasion, and we are expressing sorrow, for the loss of the deceased. So the kichu is in the middle of morning, in the middle of morning, and fuku is the kind of custom that you cannot send a greeting card, you cannot host or hold the happy occasion. That is called fuku or fuku, and this continues 1 year until the year change. So kind of long that traditionally that the Japanese express more until the new year comes. So that is the ki and fuku. And during the ki, what we do is actually first, in Buddhist tradition, we have makuragyo. Makuragyo is that as soon as person died, the priest go to the person who died and to pray. And that we call makuragyo. And makura in Japanese means pillow. Makura. So makura means pillow, a pillow. And gyo is the same as kyo or sutra. So literally, it's translated pillow sutra. Pillow sutra. But actually, this pillow means that a sutra read nearby pillow. A sutra read by nearby pillow. That's the meaning of makuragyo. So in English, we sometimes say bedside service. Bedside service. So bedside service is that first thing that the Buddhist priests do. And what Buddhist priests do in the makuragyo, as soon as person dies, is that we pray, offer Namu Amida Junen. I take refuge in Amida Buddha, and then I give the we call shaving head ceremony. Shaving head, or sometimes people say razor service. So I pretend to shave the deceased head 3 times. The meaning of shaving the priest, shaving the deceased head is that hair is a symbol of desire. So in order to be born into Buddha land, we need to be pure. And because the hair is a symbol of desire, it's always growing, right? Hair is growing whether we like or not, growing. Some people don't grow, unfortunately. But that, hair is a symbol of desire. So that's why we need to cut. How do we cut? Is razor. So sometimes, as a tradition, as soon as person dies, people used to put the razor by the deceased, and this means that the razor is a kind of weapon. So it also get rid of the evil spirit. Evil spirit by putting the razor to keep away, to get rid of. That is the meaning of razor. So anyway, I pretend to deceased head, shave 3 times, and then I give the Buddhist name or repeat Sankyo is I take refuge in Buddha, I take refuge in Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. That is we call 3 treasures. By reciting 3 treasures for them, that he become a disciple of the Buddha. By shaving head and reciting 3 treasures on behalf of the deceased, the deceased can be Buddha's disciple, and then he can be reborn into the pure life. That is the main purpose of Bakuragya. Then we have a wake service. And wake service is over here sometimes viewing service, viewing the body service. And in Japan, it still have wake service. And the meaning of wake service is that they watch the body through the night. And wake service is called Tsuya. So over here it says Tsuya. And Tsuya literally means through the night. So Tsuya means through the night. So this is one whole night service. And usually the family of the deceased burn incense by turn. And they cannot sleep. By turn, they can sleep. But somebody need to watch the body. And that is a custom of Tsuya in Japanese. But nowadays, people only for several hours do that because modern people is very busy. And that is a kind of omitted. But Tsuya, the meaning of wake is that to watch the body. And why we keep burning incense? Why people used to keep burning incense? That in order to get rid of the smell from the body. Now we have the technique of embalming, and the cooler, the dry ice. So it's okay, but in old days there was no such a thing. So the smell come out. So that's why people needed to burn incense to get rid of the smell. That is one of the opinions of the way. However, interestingly, the custom of wake or tsuya is completely gone in Hawaii. People used to have it tsuya, but now we don't have any tsuya wake service. That is one of the characteristic of the funeral in Hawaii. But Japan, they still do wake service. And wake service is very important before the funeral. And I don't know why, because maybe Hawaii is hot. It may be because it's hot, so people don't do the wake service anymore. But the wake service is completely gone. We don't do any more wake service. Then we will have funeral. And one of the big difference between funeral in Japan and funeral in Hawaii is that in Japan, most job, such as setting up hall, setting up decoration, are done by mortuary. Mortuary people come to set up everything. And they even provide an MC for the funeral. And more longer time of chanting of Buddhist priests. And the service is conducted by at least a few priests, not only by one, but a few priests get together and to do. Sometimes maybe 10, depending on the size of the sponsor, more priests come. But the service can be done by one person. But here Hawaii, I do a lot, such as setting up chairs, decoration, that's a big difference. So whenever I have a big funeral, that is a kind of big job until it finishes. So Japan, so the family have to pay more to the mortuary. So mortuary company is the one who take care of all the conduct and who arrange the service. But in Japan, over here, mortuary actually they do cremation, and actually after the funeral, there is a time of cremation. And the cremation, Japan, everybody go to the mortuary and to see, to actually, after cremation, burning the body, we pick up the ashes. That's one of the customs in Japan. And when my grandma passed away several years ago, I did to the cremation site, and all the family picked up the ashes. Not ashes, actually bones. Yes. So Japan, I think the temperature of burning is less, so that they intend to make the bone leave. So that's why we pick. But actually, the size, no. Anyway, that picking up ashes, picking up bones ceremony is not done in Hawaii. And I've been here for 16 years, but I've never seen when the people have a cremation, and I've never seen to pick up ashes or to pick up bones. That is one of the big difference. And one of the very interesting custom that I felt in Japan was that when going to the cremation site, and after coming back home from the cremation site, they intend to take a different road. So from my home A to B, it's simply, the road is very simple, but on the way back from cremation site to my home, they intend to detour road. They took the detour road to coming back home. Do you know the meaning?
So the spirits can't follow?
Yes. So that by taking a very complicated detour road, spirit cannot follow to the home. So that is one of the custom superstitions that death is defilement. We keep away death, even though that my grandma That's my grandma, right? But on the way back, that is the driver was a mortician. They take a very complicated way on the way back to home. So that spirit cannot follow. And over there, over here, we have a Japanese garden, and there is a bridge over here, Japanese garden. The bridge is supposed to be straight, right? But our bridge over here, Japanese garden, we have actually one bridge, two bridges. We intend to make two bridges because that is the superstition that the dead people only go straight, cannot go this way, only go straight. So that is the meaning of the bridge. Anyway, what I want to say is that after hearing, after seeing the custom in Hawaii, although they had a funeral lately, but they go to the happy occasions, I think that's a good custom too, because funeral in our tradition is a very happy thing, because the deceased can be go to the pure land, Amida Buddha land. It's a happy thing. So we can say, congratulations, you left for the pure land. That is our tradition. Yeah. So, but because of the custom, traditions, and superstitions, we don't say congratulations, but this in another viewpoint that is a very happy thing that we can reborn into Amida Buddha's pure land. And Buddha land has no worry and no fear, no fear. That is a very happy thing that we can be reborn into the pure land. But why we still express, the disease is maybe another viewpoint that disease, the living or disease, what kind of word we want to hear? What kind of word we want to hear? Disease. I thought of the disease. What kind of word then I want to hear? Is that I miss you, I'm sad? Because although the disease is going to the pure land, going to the happy place, going to the promotion, going to the ultimate happy place, but the fact the disease is leaving is that true. So for the disease itself that they want to miss me. They want to miss me and they want to be sad that I'm leaving. So this is the funeral is very complicated, but because so today I don't have any conclusion. I don't have any conclusion, but because of any other cultures, and so the funeral is changing and changing. And I feel that I'm standing on the separate point, which way I want to go, to keep a Japanese custom or to follow, more data world, more data custom. That I feel that I'm standing on the very separating point. So today I said many things, but I don't have any conclusions. But I want to keep the tradition, and at the same time, I want to have better service for the deceased and for the family. So that today I just introduce what is going on in Japan for the funeral and what is going on funeral over here. So thank you very much. And today, sorry, I want to read words of Hoden Shonin is encouraging the Nembutsu devotee. So this is one of my very favorite words of Hoden. And let me read. Should you encounter a non-believer of the practice of Nembutsu, do not discuss the teaching of Nembutsu. Neither must you get into a debate over the doctrine of Jodo with people belonging to the other schools. You must not look down on or criticize people who have views and learnings other than yours. It will be lamentable to make the other a wrong person by criticism. On the contrary, should there be a person hoping for birth in the land of ultimate bliss, who is repeating Nembutsu in, however remote a place, think of him with no less compassion than that of a father or mother. If such a person is suffering from a lack of worldly wealth, help him. Encourage anyone who shows the least bit of interest in the teaching of Nembutsu. This is considered to be the service to the essential vow of Buddha Amitabha. So Hoden Shonin says that whenever you meet the people in different whenever we meet the people who have a different viewpoint of the death, do not discuss or do not look down on the person, because our denomination, Pure Land, is one of the ways to go. And there are many other places that we go. So Buddha Land is also the Gokuraku Jodo. Jodo, the Amida Buddha's Pure Land, is the most famous. However, there are many Buddha lands, and there are many other wonderful Buddha lands. And also in different religions, they have a different heaven. So whenever we meet the people in different faiths, in different believing in heaven, do not discuss. It's quite useless to discuss because our school is one of the ways. By believing one of the ways that we can have accept other people, so that we can accept other people rightly. So our tradition is Jodo Shu, is a teaching to go to Jodo. Our teaching is the teaching to go to Jodo, the Buddha land. So there are many ways, there are many other choices, but we go to the Jodo. And in order to go to Jodo, to recite Buddha name, Namu Amida Butsu, is essential. So that is our very simple teaching. So this means that other teaching is also good. Other teachings are also good. But in order to go to Amida Buddha land, we need Renbutsu. So by believing that this is one of the ways, this is one of the many wonderful ways that we can accept the differences, we can accept other people. That is very important. If my teaching alone is right, this religion is perfect, okay? I am the only one. You have to admit that heaven is absolutely existent. Then all other, people who believe in different faiths. But by believing that our religion is one of the many wonderful ways, then there is a room to accept people. And by accepting people, that we can develop we can develop myself by accepting, by allowing people, hearing different opinions, different customs, different ideas, that we can develop myself. That is the most important thing that Buddhism wants to teach. So, thank you. Today I want to read 31. Page 17, 回答。 31 encourage the name to devotee. Should you encounter a non-believer of the practice of Nenbutsu, do not discuss the teaching of Nenbutsu. Neither must you get into a debate over the doctrine of Jodo with people belonging to the other schools. You must not look down on or criticize people who have views and learnings other than yours. It would be lamentable to make the other a wrong person by criticism. On the contrary, should there be a person hoping for worse in the land of ultimate bliss, and who is repeating them to him, however remote a place, think of him with no less compassion than that of a father or mother. If such a person is suffering from the act of godly effects, help him. Encourage anyone who shows the least bit of interest in the teaching of Buddhism. This is considered to be service to the essential vow of Buddha and Page 24. Shoyaku. お明天上にお世界で無種の聖主者Page 62. I revere the king of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teachings, Shakyamuni, all the Buddhas, as many of the sons of the Dhammajas in the six directions, unknown Seishi, all the great Bodhisattvas, the world assemblies of ultimate bliss, the being of the pure and great ocean, and the three treasures and the great compassion. May there be harmony below the heavens with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely and disasters and calamities not arise. May nations be bountiful, people sake, and armies and weapons not be used. Let us revere virtue and humility and cultivate respect and humility. Our High Patriarch Komyo, the Great Master Shantao, our founder, the Great Master Enko, Gozen, Ejo, Onkaki, Kyo, Ensho, Onidashi, Odensho, the Second Patriarch, National Teacher, Daisho Shochu, Shokoshu, the Third Patriarch, the Recording and Meditation Master, Shigyochu, the light of transmitting the pure living of the three countries. And all the great patriarchs realizing the compassionate blessing of a living. The founding master of our temple, Reverend Shicho Murayama, Reverend Tatsuya Yoshida, Reverend Gentetsu Nabata, Reverend Shodan Kato, Reverend Kenjo Ito, Reverend Yukai Yamaguchi, Reverend Chuzi Kino, Reverend Yoshin Hayashi, Reverend Kenjo Gakari, the restorer and all the priests who serve this temple with the Buddhist practice will achieve perfect enlightenment. We again offer my prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, and to all the temple members, donors, and all the beings with whom I have come in connection. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and proceed to be born into that life. We pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete unity in the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist first. Since the founding of this temple, with all members, daily and monthly remotely tablets, the recently deceased, those in the intermediate stage of experience, and to all spirits, may we cultivate virtuous so that they may be enlightened. We vow here along with the virtues accumulated from this base of practice to transfer our merit to all living beings with the happiness and achievement of enlightenment. Page 26. 26. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。I thought the scholarly means the talk is long. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.